F1 Manager 24 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix round Baku city circuit.
Greetings from Azerbaijan, where we're back in the country's capital. Well, it's not every weekend that Formula One arrives at a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but arrive here we have. Drivers will race around the historic streets of Baku, which includes the race calendar's tightest corner, beneath a medieval fortress wall. Lando Norris delivered for his team in the last race, and will head into this weekend with plenty of confidence. Can the Brit bring it home in this round too? Let's get on with the weekend. Practice will pay off for the drivers.
Drivers will have to be on the top of their game here in Baku, as mistakes can prove costly on a street circuit like this. But having tackled the twisting turns, the long main straight awaits, providing a fantastic opportunity for the slipstream.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They had an excellent performance in practice, setting a solid lap time. They must be feeling confident. But confidence doesn't necessarily mean success in Formula One.
Buckle up then, folks. It's almost time for qualifying.
Right then, qualifying, business as usual. In Q1 we have a red flag for a crash at the castle section, quite a big crash, mind you. Gasly and somebody else. What does Gasly do? Just go a bit wide, clout the wall in the exit, and that's not going to get you anywhere. So yeah, red flag for 20 minutes, and we still have 2 soft runs to do, and there's going to be 10 minutes left of the session as we start our first soft run. Albon all the way up in P3, by the way. I want to know where Albon keeps finding that sort of pace from. Car gets out of Gio's way there. It's going to be a green first sector for Iwasa, hopefully. Yep, green for Iwasa. Green for Gio as well. There shouldn't be much, if any, traffic on this run, which is good because it means we can get a clear run in Q1, and we don't have to wait till the final run to see where our pace is and then get knocked out, hopefully. Well, hopefully we won't get knocked out. Hopefully we'll make it through, but normally that's the way Q1 goes, is that we don't get a lap in for the whole session, and when we need one, everyone blocks us. But coming up to the line with Iwasa, P14 at the moment. Where can he improve to? Up to P7, nice. Strong lap, Gio up to P11, that's not bad. And I've sent Gio out on a flying lap, but I keep Iwasa in the pits just because I'm confident in his lap. His lap should be enough to see him through into Q2. Gio is yellow in the first sector. That's not what we want to see. Yellow means no improvement. We want to see green for improvement, but it is what it is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars behind him that can't improve. So it might be P16 and just through for Gio. I've decided what we're going to do for Season 3, because I've already filmed it, by the way, on Twitch, Mega Gamer 8888. You'll see that soon, at some point next week. And Gio improves up to 13th, so 12th and 13th in Q1. Let's head into Q2 with both cars. Right, both cars in Q2. Sorry about that. Coming through Sector 1. Iwasa narrowly avoids getting blocked there by another Aston Martin, I think that is. Yeah, the Aston Martins are always the ones you have to look out for. They're the bad ones in these qualifying sessions. Aston Martin and Ferrari. Gio going slower than Iwasa in the first sector. I can see that because Iwasa had a purple briefly, which is fastest of all, and Gio only had a green. Green's still better than nothing though, but yeah, a green, obviously you're going to improve with a green because you don't have a lap time on the board currently. Iwasa's second sector, also quicker than Gio's second sector. Coming up to the line, what is it going to be? It's going to be a 41.8 for Iwasa, and Gio was a lot off that. But they're going to go for a second run now in Q2. Not long left in Q2 now, I think. I think that's as 20 seconds left. So this will be the last run of Q2 to see if we can get both our drivers into Q3. That would be awesome. That would be quite good if we could. Iwasa does a green first sector. Gio also does a green first sector. And Gio is on peak confidence, which means he should be able to put a good lap in. Norris and Magnussen haven't put any times on the board for whatever reason. Quite a few cars getting out of the way. Apologies, the stream and the footage is quite stuttery. I have no idea why. That's just a Twitch problem. Because when I was playing it, it wasn't stuttering, it was playing fine. Both green in the second sector coming up towards the line. What's it going to be? Both cars currently knocked out. Iwasa can't improve through, and Gio can't improve through either. It's going to be 11th and 14th on the grid for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race.
Baku has been the scene for some major on-track battles, like Vettel and Hamilton fighting for the lead back in 2017. Will we see more drama this year, I wonder?
Baku City Circuits challenges drivers like few other tracks. The tight section through the old city demands precision. The main straight, pure aggressive acceleration. And every corner is a challenge for tyres. It's race day, and final preparations are underway. Here we go, with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go!
And it's lights out and away we go for the start of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Currently 10th and 13th. Gio's made up a place. Pardon me, he's going to go around the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. Why? I ain't got a clue. But he is, because he's a GOAT. And Iwasa makes it up to P8 with an overtake down the inside on George Russell.
Take a look at the replay. Now with the Haas. And they squeeze by.
And there's Gio going down the inside of a Williams car. Or at least I think that's what it was. Yeah, Alex Albon. Now Albon and Verstappen are fighting him 3 wide. I think the Red Bull's going to make it out on top of this. We're currently 9th and 10th, which would be good if we could get both cars in the points. Iwasa goes down to 9th or 10th. And then back up to 9th fighting Russell, who's got some damage, by the way. That's what that little yellow triangle's for. Ricciardo's also got a mechanical issue. And Iwasa goes up to 9th place, getting George Russell with the DRS. And Gio gets overtaken down to 12th by Ricciardo, who's 4 seconds off the back of Russell. It's fair to say Gio's chances of a top 10 are gone. But he is fighting for 11th quite well. And George is still on lap 11 fighting for P9. And nothing is happening as of this moment in time. We're most probably going to lose this top 10 position to the McLaren of Lando Norris. There's Gio scrapping Ricciardo and all that. He's down to 13th, now down to 14th as Lando Norris overtakes him. But he doesn't give up, which I like. He doesn't just let the McLaren by, although he does end up just letting the McLaren by. And he ends up going down to 15th, and on that 14, he comes in for what I imagine will be one of 2 sets of mediums. Yep, 2.1 second stop coming out in P21, and that was quite a quick pit stop though. Also P20. Now Anawasa comes in on lap 16 for his first set of the medium compound tyres. Slightly slow stop, 4.3, that's 2 seconds slower than what we would have ideally wanted, but he's out in P16, Gio currently P18, and Iwasa is right on the back of Norris with the slow stop. It's put him out behind Norris, which isn't great. So Norris is most probably just going to fly away. He's between Norris and Russell. He gets Norris, as does Russell most probably.
It's there for the taking.
And here's Gio overtaking Alex Albon. Solid move with the DRS down into turn 1 and up into 16th place, or 14th place, sorry. It's weird how it says 16th on the replay camera, but it's actually for a place that isn't what it tells you. Like it always tells you their old position. Anyway, currently P10, P13, fighting for our life with George Russell. Sorry about that. Gio down to P... Oh no, sorry, this is Iwasa fighting Yuki Tsunoda. And he's been overtaken, and Iwasa is down to a 12th position. And he's down again to 12th position with Yuki Tsunoda. Halfway through the race now, different sets of mediums will be calling us as Gio comes in on lap 33. For a new set of the medium compound tyres, in he comes, 2.1 second stop. Very quick and consistent stops of Gio. However, they're very slow and inconsistent with Iwasa. I wonder why that is. He's P17 and out behind Ricciardo, and then gets overtaken by Kevin Magnussen, and he redoes him around the outside of the castle section. That is a ballsy move. And he gets Ricciardo, and he's going to try and run away. Wonder what was. I heard a noise then, I wondered what it was. Zhou Guan Yu coming through the castle section. Is he going to spin round? No, he is going to clout the wall though. And that can't be very good for his Grand Prix. As Gio makes a nice move on Pierre Gasly, round the outside of the castle section again. And Iwasa comes into the pits on lap 36. 3 laps after Gio. We could go softs here really. But we're gone for another set of the medium compound tyres. 2.4 second stop. Much better than the first pit stop, and he's going to be out in P13, 1 spot behind Russell. With 15 laps to go, but he could fight this to the flag. Russell has got an orange mechanical issue, so his mechanical issue could become terminal anytime soon and put an early end to his race.
That's positive.
VSC comes out on lap 40, I think, due to Valtteri Bottas crashing out of the Grand Prix. There's Fernando Alonso, and he just dirty air at the back of him.
Watching on in the garage.
Just spins him round and spins him out the Grand Prix. And he was P6 at the time, but now no more. It means we get a guaranteed point though wherever we finish, as long as we can hold off, or as long as we can catch up to Tsunoda or hold off George Russell, which either of those seem like a likely task. And George Russell fell like a stone, so it's going to be P10 and P11 in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's 1 singular point. Same result as Singapore, but I lost the stream, so I couldn't edit the video into a video because I lost the stream. But yeah, P10 and P11, 2 races in a row now. That's good solid form, let's keep building on this.
Wow, what a fantastic performance from the Haas driver there.
An outstanding performance today to have made the top 10. Not many would have expected this from the team, to be honest.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right that they make the most of it. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
That's their 9th win of the season. I expect them to be showered with plaudits and more.
And before they get back to work, I think it's time to cool off here in Azerbaijan. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
Well, everybody, that's all from us here in Baku.
Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
So P10 and P11 from P10 and P14. Yeah, not the best result. Not the worst though points, but yeah, beaten by Sonoda. It's not something we really want to be beaten by VCarb, who could be considered one of our rivals. I mean, we have 84 points, they have 5, so I don't think anything's going to happen with that one. There's only like 5 rounds to go. But yeah, P3 in the Constructors for the Pit Stop Championship. That will get us a fair few coins at the end of the season, but make sure to like, subscribe for the next race at Austin. I'll see you all there for an amazing Grand Prix. Goodbye for now.